13 minutes after the hour 7 right on the Ultimate Radio. I did let you know earlier on that I do have a guest with me this morning, and I do have with me Dr. Peter Balfour. He, like I said, you spell it B-A-O-F-U. Dr. Balfour, good morning. Welcome to the Ultimate Radio. Welcome to Lesotho.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me.
It's such a pleasure to get to have you in our Ultimate Studios this morning. You know, what else would you say is the issue? Because, fine, there would be democracy. As you've mentioned, lots of other countries in Europe as well still struggling. They've gone into voting, but then after that, there's still a certain issue that people have issues about. Even in Africa as well, that's what we've been seeing. What do you think we could do? What seems to be the problem?
Okay, let me give you one specific example. I think that's a very good question. If you do what they ask you to do, that means that you would behaving, you are more or less following them. Remember, when you follow other people, when you learn from other people, that's also a good thing about the tutor learning. But I'm just saying, then you forget about you. You can never be ahead if you follow all the time, if you copy all the time. Look at me. I learn from women too. I learned from the feminists, but in the end, I don't want to be like them because I know that I'm not a woman, I'm a man, so you know who you are. I tell the feminists, I debate with them all the time. I say, look, you can blame men all the time for your problem, but at the end of the day, there's women problem that you have to take care of. Men have a lot of problem too, but they don't blame women for all the problem that men have. So I said that it's time for you to say, who are you? Again, the same question again, you ask for liberation, fine, that's very amazing, it's very interesting, but if you stop blaming like that, then you don't know who you are. And nowadays you see a lot of feminists, they want to copy and behave like a man, do you know that? They want to talk like a man, aggressive like a man, but I said to yourself, but how about you as a woman? Now you look down on yourself as a woman then. Now in America nowadays, there are some women, they want to have children, they want to stay home to nurture the children, and the feminists say you should go out and work, and they don't want you to have children. I said, wait a minute, how do you forget you as a woman? Why do you just have a sexual surgery? You become a man from now on, then you should stop blaming all that. So I'm saying the same thing about Africa. For many years, they have been blaming the European, the colonial powers. Now they blame on corruption in the government. Now they blame the Chinese too. Wait a minute. How about you? Can you look into yourself? I think that's the most important question about Africa. It's not just about Africa, for everyone on earth. You talk about the Middle East, you talk about Latin America, you talk about South Asia, you talk about Southeast Asia. It's the same question all over again. The only difference is that the Europeans and Americans, for example, for a long time, they have their own identity set up. And they follow their own identity to do that. But you have been colonized and so much. And now you cannot even get out of that identity. Every time you say something, ask some question, it's always on the basis on someone else. How about you?
Wow, this is...
So there is the big rooted problem. It's not about democracy or election. Go ahead, have 1,000 more elections. I don't think that's going to change much of anything unless you address some of this most fundamental issue.
Thank you so much. It really has been a pleasure being with you in Ultimate Studios this morning. I'm really hoping that you will go out there and enjoy our beautiful country.
So thank you very much again. I do enjoy.
Thank you. Looking at the time right now, it is 20 minutes before we get to the hour 8. We will be right back with you after this.